tonight we have Courtney Shaw and Sydney Wood. We'll go right into questions with them. If you have a question, just raise your hand and I'll call on you. And please direct your questions to either Courtney or Sydney. Whoever wants to go.
This is for either of you, I guess. Nebraska obviously got out to a really hot start from three. What adjustments did you guys make to slow them down? Because obviously, as the game went on, it kind of turned into a defensive slugfest between both of you guys.
I think we just kind of like locked in more on defense. We started going a lot more into our zone, and I think we were doing a really good job of like talking and not over helping off of it. I would say that was like the main thing. I think we just kind of locked in and we turned up the intensity on defense to kind of take away more of their threes.
This is for Courtney. I guess you probably weren't expecting to be subbed into the game 35 seconds in after Paige Mott got 2 straight fouls. But what were you really looking to do just to offer that impact in the absence of Mott?
Right. I think as a post unit, we made goals before the game. We were going against a couple of good post players in the Big Ten. So just contribute my defense and bring the energy. Obviously, we were struggling from the jump in the game. So the struggles kind of continued a little bit after I got in. But I just wanted to play smart. I ended up with 4 fouls myself. But, stay on the court because we needed bodies and we knew it was going to be a long game by how it started. So I think bringing energy off the bench is something that we always talk about, regardless if you're starting or not. Everyone's impact is important.
So I don't know if you guys know this. You guys forced more turnovers tonight than in the Big Ten game than you have all year tonight with like 24. And you're going to play a Maryland team that they lead the Big Ten in Big Ten play. Their turnover margin's like over 7 per game. So I guess how do you build off of this and get them into trouble when they come here on Thursday?
Yeah, I think a good thing we did today was turn them over and limit our turnovers, and that's something that we've been like talking about as a team, just taking away like the little turnovers that we have, like travels and all that kind of stuff. So that's something that we're definitely gonna like keep in mind going forward into the next game to try and like be aggressive and get some turnovers, but also to take care of the ball on our end as well.
Any other questions for Courtney or Sydney?
Thank you.
Proud of our effort, of the way we came back to force them into, that amount of turnovers. The challenge for us was to convert off those turnovers. And we had a lot of momentum, but we just couldn't, finish at times and left some things on the table, but not lack of effort. And when you hold Nebraska really to 7 points in the second quarter, that was great defense. That got us, some momentum going into halftime. But then we turned around, we scored 9 points in the third quarter. And we got to, I feel like we're really close to being really good. The last 4 games we played, we've had the lead at halftime all 4 games. I want to say Illinois, Wisconsin, and at Penn State. So we're doing a lot of good things. And Nebraska's a really good team. They're coming off the NCAA tournament. I'm sure that's their goal. Always our goal too. So for us, we're going to have to win the Big Ten tournament.
I'm just curious. Obviously, when you guys threw out the press, wildly successful. What made you decide to go with the full court press at that point in the game?
Well, I thought we needed to generate some offense. We were struggling half court. Thought if we could maybe get a couple of quick turnovers, maybe a layup, a steal, hit a 3, just to get open shots too that were coming out of our defense. And we didn't, you got to rebound the ball. We gave up. We got out rebounded, and that was a big difference. And we gave them 2 shots sometimes when we got great stops, and then they got an offensive rebound. So that helped. That was another reason we put the press on. It was try to make it a full court game instead of half court.
Down 22 at the start of the fourth. What were you telling the team specifically? Just either motivation or like strategy? What were you telling the team entering?
Well, I think the biggest thing, the good thing when you have a 30-second clock is that you have possessions. So don't try to get it all back at once, and take the first 4 minutes and get stops defensively, and just keep pushing and coming at them. And I thought we did a really good job of not trying to score 10 points in 1 minute, or one shot. And that's a challenge for a lot of teams.
And Coach, you converted just 16.7% of your shots in the third quarter. Obviously, that put the game well out of reach, except for the late comeback. How are you guys going to improve upon such a poor shooting performance?
Well, again, it's ironically the same thing defensively. Nebraska was 2 for 14 in the second quarter, and for us, third quarter we're 2 for 12. These teams, both teams, grinding, playing hard defense. Shots are contested, and I think we gotta find ways to make contested shots. And we'll have a great game coming in Thursday night against Maryland, who we've had these great games with, and one of the best teams in the country besides the Big Ten. So just got to play. This is February. It's not it's time to just, like I said, I feel like we're playing well. I saw that against Illinois and Penn State and beating Wisconsin. So, I thought tonight, too, we did a lot of great things. The effort's there. We just got to put it all together. Chris.
You were forced to bench Paige after 35 seconds and 3 fouls in the first quarter. Can you speak to Courtney's kind of ability to kind of anchor that defense, especially in that second quarter?
Appreciate that. Yeah, that was a tough way to start the game when, you're somebody who we feel like can get, who has gotten 23 points in a game for us, just a week ago or so. Gets 2 fouls in, like you said, 35 seconds. And, but that also created opportunities for other players. You got to be ready, and that's part of basketball. But Courtney did a great job. She's been in a lot of big moments, and I feel like she's, as a senior, fifth-year senior, she's won championships in the Big Ten. She's played great in NCAA tournament games against Louisville and Central Florida. So, I think she's ready. Last February, she was averaged a double-double. So, hopefully, that momentum will carry over. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.